Hey guys, it's DEK from the DEK Review channel. So, today we're going to go ahead and review Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Now, this Yu-Gi-Oh! Game is not the newest or up-to-date. This is the one right before the Link Range one. I have played the heck out of this game. 97 episodes of this game. This is a long game. So let's get down to it real quick. Overall, this game's pretty good. It's not bad at all. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh game, and yeah. So you can take what I say here and you can kind of add it to the updated one, but know that the updated one has more features and it's going to be better. So if you like what this game is going to be rated, you're definitely going to like what that one is going to be rated. Now, this does have pendulum summoning, but it's pendulum before rains. So that means you have the pendulum zones in the left and right, instead of them in the magic and trap zones. So you got to kind of take it as you are. If you don't want to use pendulums, you're fine, it doesn't matter. This game is pretty long. So it's got two different versions of duels. So in the campaign duels, you can do your regular campaign duel, and then you can go through it again in a reverse duel. So say, for example, Yugi versus Joey. Once you beat that duel, you can reverse duel and do Joey versus Yugi. Now, if you want it to be difficult, you can try to face all the duels using the story deck, which is the deck that they supposedly had at the time. Now, this is unrealistic, as it is the decks similar to what they had in time. But for example, say Yuma has Utopia. In the show, there's only one Utopia, but he's got three. Yugi only has one Dark Magician, but in this game he has three. Also, they have like one Pot of Greed and one Mirror Force, etc. No, this game has three Pot of Greeds, three Mirror Forces, and the broken cards is what makes it difficult. So, a normal match between you and Bakura, pretty simple. Except Bakura has three Pot of Greeds, three Graceful Charities, three Change of Hearts, and like three Sangan, three Morphin Jars, and it gets ridiculous. While Yugi has three of everyone's favorite card. So you got three Cyber Soldiers, three Flame Swordsmen, three Dark Magician. It gets really clunky, and some of those are hard to beat. But if you don't want to use the story decks, or you would do what I used to do at the beginning of the Let's Play, is I would try to beat it with the story deck, beat the reverse with the story deck, and then go on that way. And then if I couldn't beat it with the story deck after like 3 tries, I would then go ahead and play my own deck. So when it comes to making your own deck, pretty simple. You could buy booster packs, has random cards in it, build your deck, and there you go. Now, a big issue with this is you do play through Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V only has one mission to introduce pendulums. Now, they did skip a bunch of famous duels. Say, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have all the seasons, but it does. You want to use Orichalcos in the Waking the Dragon season? Pay for it, DLC. You want to do the Arc V missions, I think there's 5 duels you could do in Arc V, plus the reverse duel. Pay for it, DLC. You want to do the Crystal Beast story arc in GX? Awesome. Pay for it, DLC. And that's whatever. You know, it doesn't matter. They're like $5 each. Or you could pay like $30 to get all of them. Actually, if you're going to get DLC for this game, pay for the season pass. If you're going to get the DLC anyway, pay for the season pass. It comes out to about $85 without the season pass, or like $30 with the season pass, depending if it's on sale and all that stuff. So get the season pass. It's probably going to be more worth it. Now with that, cards are locked off. You like Castell? It gives you 1. You gotta get a DLC pack and stuff. So, Waking the Dragons, it's like, oh, you got Timaeus, you got the Eye of Timaeus, awesome. You want Hermios or Phineas, or whatever? I said Phineas, whatever the name is. You gotta get the Waking the Dragon DLC. You're building a Red Eyes deck? Yeah, good. We got half of them, but the half is in DLC. And that's kind of the issue with it. So, you can't really just make a theme deck, because you're going to be missing some of your cards. And that's kind of like the trouble with it. If you want to do theme decks, like Blue Eyes and stuff. Now, that's not too big of a deal. But at the same time, that's kind of important. And it's got to be touched upon. Now, the other issue is buying cards. I don't have an issue with buying cards. I like to play a duel, get like 2,000 DP, duel points, for that duel, and then you could buy a pack for like 400 DP. Awesome, you can get like 3 packs every time you win a duel, 4 packs, you know, that kind of stuff is great. But it doesn't let you bulk buy. And each character in the game that has their own booster pack has like freaking 1,200 cards or something, 1,800 cards. But you have to buy one at a time. There's no multi-buy function. And I don't know about you guys, but like, if I'm going to collect everyone's cards, I would rather just spend 10,000 and just buy as many booster packs as 10,000 buys me. But that's not how it works. It's, you know, pay 400, okay, pay 400, okay, pay 400, okay, pay 400. And you gotta go through that animation over and over and over again until you get 10,000 spent. And that's the big negative. That's really it. I didn't want to make a deck in this game. I stuck with Familiar, Possessed, Relinquished, and Red Eyes. Those are the 3 decks I made. Did I want to build more decks? Absolutely. I wanted to build Crystal Beast. I wanted to build all of these. I wanted to build a Charmer deck. But when it comes down to it's like, alright, I need these 15 cards. Solomon Moto has those cards in his deck, in his booster pack, rather. So I need to buy booster packs. And then it's like sitting here for an hour opening up booster packs and only spending like 1,000, like 10,000 BP when I have like 250,000 BP to spend, and in that hour I only got one of those 15 cards. It's pretty bad. They need a way to let me spend as much money and open multiple packs at once, or at least make the animations go by quicker or able to be skipped. That's really the only negative. You got sealed play in this game too. So if you're a fan of like Magic the Gathering does like the sealed box things where everyone spends, you know, they throw in $10 to buy a box, open up a booster pack, pick one card, pass it to the left, do that kind of stuff. That's awesome. Or like when Joey Wheeler faced Duke Devlin. They grab 10 random booster packs. Whatever's in the booster packs is what cards you get. Make a deck out of it. That's really cool. Really good thing to have. Also, every time you beat somebody in this game, you unlock stuff. So, say you face Yugi vs. Joey. Awesome. You just got the Yugi avatar. So you can use it for when you're dueling people online. Which this game does have online. So you can make you look like Yugi. And you can put that on the certain decks and all that kind of stuff. Really cool feature there. Especially if you want to roleplay and make your own character decks. You could also would unlock like Joey's deck. So you might get Baby Dragon deck. Awesome. But then you unlock like a challenge deck, which is a high tier, like competitive deck. Like Shindals or something. But then when you reverse duel, so Joey versus Yugi, you might get the Joey avatar. Awesome. You might unlock the, let's say, the Exodia deck for Yugi. Cool. Then you might unlock challenge deck. Pendulum Dragon or whatever. So, you unlock stuff a lot. And then by playing, you can also get cards. So, if you beat Yugi, you might get Celtic Guardian, Dark Magician, Magical Hats, just by beating them. And same thing with each one, whatever cards they use. Now, I'd rather have the booster packs set up differently. Like, I would have set it up where if I faced Yugi, if I bought a Yugi booster pack, I want a card that Yugi has used. Like, give me, Dark Magician Girl, Celtic Guardian, Winged Dragon of the Fortress, Catapult Turtle. And then if I pick somebody like, we'll say, Bandit Keith, I'd want Slot Machine King, the Lucky Number 7s, and all of his machine cards. But instead it's random. It's completely changed to whatever. So none of it has like a setup that's, I guess, what would be the word? Obvious? See, a lot of times you have to look it up. You might be like, oh man, I really want Dark Magician. It must be in Yugi's. Where is it? Oh, it's in Kaiba. Or something dumb like that. Or Dark Magician Girl, for example. It's gotta be in Yugi's. But it's like in either Teia's or Alexis from GX. Or Cyrus in GX. It's a little weird. But, it's whatever. There should also be a way to buy certain cards. That would have been cool. Like in Duel Links. But I would just do that suggestion. That would be the only thing I would change. I don't know how it is in the newer one. But yeah. Now there's a lot of duels in this game. A lot of duels in this game. Now, I said I got to episode 97, which is the finale of the series. And the last, 30 episodes have just been duels. So there's a lot. And in the first, 50, I was doing, 3 duels per match. So there's got to be over 300 duels in this game. Not counting DLC. So you get what you pay for. And this game is pretty cheap, actually. It's a pretty cheap game. The newer one, I think, is $40. While this one is 20. So, it's whatever. I'd buy the newer one if you have the choice. So, overall, what do I think about this game? Well, it's good. I like it. It's a pretty good game. You want to face your people? Go ahead. You want to use story decks? The challenge? Go ahead. You think it's too easy and you want to actually challenge against actual hard challenge decks, you got it. You can do that. Really good options, really good choices. You want to face online? You got it. I don't know how many people are currently playing this. I can tell you, every time I streamed it, I had no less than, 10 new viewers coming in. People who's never watched my channel, never watched my Let's Plays, saying, hey, let's play. So, pretty good. And then, or you'll have people coming in who didn't even know this game existed. It's like, oh, I've never seen this at GameStop. It's because it's digital only. And they don't really advertise it. And that's really unfortunate, because it's a good Yu-Gi-Oh game. The only reason I know of it is because I was missing things like Duelist of the Roses. And I looked up Yu-Gi-Oh on the Xbox store, and this is like the only thing that popped up. So, it's kind of unfortunate that that is the way that it is. But overall, it's a pretty good game. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh game. It is what it is. It's an older game. There's an updated version of it. Can't really go wrong with it. I would highly suggest getting the updated one if you like Yu-Gi-Oh, if you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, as saying that, it's not as good as like the PC, where you have like pick any card you want and just do that simulation style. This is a game where you have to unlock the cards before you can use them. But if you want to duel famous characters you are in the show, or relive moments from the show, or a recap, it's a good way to do it. Overall, it's a basic game. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not like crazy graphics or anything. I will say another negative is when you use a signature card. Like if you use Red Eyes to attack someone, you have to watch the animation over and over and over and over again. So, you want to go destroy 5 monsters? You gotta watch the animation 5 times. It's long, it's unskippable. I did hear that they changed it for the Link Range version, so that's awesome. But you're gonna have to deal with that if you play this. Overall, I'm not sure what to give this game. It's not great. There's definitely things they could have done better, but it's not bad. So I'm probably going to stick this game with a 7 out of 10. Definitely worth it. Check it out if you can. And I will see you all later. Don't forget to game like a god. See ya.